All right, so the question I got asked was, how far can you walk into the woods? The thing is, though, when the question was asked, the answer was also given afterwards. So I don't really have to think about this one. The answer is halfway, because at that point, you're walking out of the woods. So I'm not sure if I was supposed to just read the question and the answer, but hey, that's the answer. Anyway, you can walk halfway. After that, now you're walking out of the woods. But since we're talking about woods, remember a little while ago when they were asking women, would you rather be trapped in the woods with a bear or a man, right? And a lot of women said they'd rather be trapped in the woods with a bear. And then a lot of dudes got upset with that. They're like, why would you want to be trapped in the woods with a bear? The bear can't kill you. The bear would do this. What do you think a man's going to do? What do you think we do? All that kind of stuff. Here's the thing, though. It actually makes a lot of sense why it's better to be trapped in the woods with a bear than a man. More specifically, if you can choose the individual that you could be trapped in the woods with, then of course you're going to go with a person that you trust, that you know, things like that. But if we're talking about random, you don't get the choice, like some random man you get trapped in the woods with, or a random bear you get trapped in the woods with, you're better off going with a bear. It makes much more sense to go with a random bear, because yes, a bear can kill you. Like, let's be clear on that. A bear can absolutely kill you, can injure you badly, it can do all kinds. It is dangerous to be trapped in the woods with a bear. Let's be clear on that. It is very dangerous to be trapped in the woods with a bear. But with the bear, that's pretty much all you have to worry about. Just like it might kill you. And even then, it's like, it's only going to try something like that if it perceives you as a threat. And it's only going to perceive you as a threat if you get too close. So really and truly, you just got to stay away from the bear. That's all you got to do. You just got to stay away from the bear. Wherever the bear is, be somewhere else. You know, if you're a professional bear wrangler or Leonardo DiCaprio, and that doesn't apply, you guys can get close. Everybody else, stay away from the bear. Wherever the bear is, be somewhere else. But with a man, let's keep it real. There's a lot of things you could have to worry about. Like if it's a random dude, like again, if it's somebody you know, somebody you trust, a bit different. But if we're talking about being trapped in the woods with a random dude, come on now, pick the bear. Because the amount of things you have to consider, you may not even be able to consider them all, right? It's those times where you let your guards down, that you don't even realize you let your guards down. You got to worry about that as well. Because a lot of guys, well, not just guys, of course, people in general, a lot of people, plane passes. All right, a lot of people aren't necessarily criminals, so to speak, but a lot of times we can be opportunists. You know what I mean? So, for example, like you get up in the morning, or whatever time you get up, you don't necessarily say to yourself, I'm going to steal somebody's wallet today, and you don't necessarily devise a plan on how to steal somebody's wallet. At least most people aren't doing that. But let's say you're walking down the road or walking down some quiet place, and the person up in front of you drops their wallet. They don't realize they've dropped their wallet, and they just keep on walking. They just keep on walking. You walk up to that wallet. That person's way down the road by now. You could pick it up, run after that person, and say, hey, you dropped your wallet. You could do that, and some of you would. A lot of you won't. Let's keep it real. A lot of you won't. So it's not that you plan to rob somebody or you plan to take somebody's wallet, but the opportunity came where that person's not going to know they lost their wallet for a long time. Nobody's going to see you pick it up. You're not going to go to jail. You're not going to get caught or anything like that. The opportunity presents itself and you took it. Or another situation, how many times you hear about a guy getting a little bit too touchy-feely with the baddie at the office when they were alone in that room? Something like that. They probably didn't set out in that day to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and feel up that baddie today. They probably didn't do that, but the opportunity presents itself and they try to get just a little bit too touchy-feely. So it's not that people are criminals, but a lot of times people are opportunists. And when you don't know who you're being trapped in the woods with, you gotta worry about somebody taking the opportunity to do something that they shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? And when you consider that most guys are bigger and stronger and faster than most women, if that guy was to take a particular opportunity to do something they shouldn't be doing, the chances are that he's going to be able to do it in a situation where it's just you two, no one else around, trapped in the woods. So you got to worry about that as well. In a situation where you both should be trying to get out of, you both should be working together to get out of, You don't know if that person's just pretending to be helpful, all the while waiting for that opportunistic moment to do something they really shouldn't be doing. And by the way, it's the same both ways. Like if you're asking guys if you'd rather be trapped in the woods with a random bear or a random woman, pick the random bear, because again, you got one thing to worry about: stay away from the bear. You know where you stand with the bear, which is well away from it. Like wherever the bear is, be somewhere else. It's the only thing you gotta do. That doesn't guarantee your safety, but it's pretty much the only thing you gotta worry about. But with a random person, a random woman, a random guy, there's a million and one things you gotta worry about. A situation where you both should be working together to get out of, you don't know what they're thinking. You have no idea what they're thinking. It's just completely random. You don't know if you've got somebody who's going to be helpful. You don't know who's somebody who's just going to pretend to be helpful. You don't know if you've got somebody who's going to try and make a stabbing weapon out of a stick and stab you with it. You know what I mean? You don't know. You have no idea what they're going to do, what they're going to say. You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea when you go with a random human. If it's somebody you can know, somebody you can trust, then it's different. But a random person, pick the bear. Pick the bear. It just makes more sense. Pick the bear. You don't need to worry about a bear pretending to like you. It's not going to pretend to like you. You're going to know very clearly it does not like you. But a random person, there's way too many things to worry about. Anyway, we're done. Peace.